Yo, what is up, everyone? Back with the first episode of the Boston Bruins season mode, or franchise mode, sorry. This is year 1 of 8, so without further ado, let's get into this episode. So the team's pretty good. We have Brad Marchand, Pavel Zaka, sorry, just brain froze there. David Pastrnak on the first line, then Trent Frederic, Charlie Coyle, and JVR on the second. Then on the third line, we have Jake DeBrusk, Morgan Geekie, and Danton Heinen on the third. And then the fourth, we have Jacob Loku, Jasper Lundqvist, and Patrick Maroon. Then for defense, we have Hampus Lindholm and Charlie McCoy, or not McCoy, Jesus. Charlie McAvoy. Then we have Brandon Carlo and Matt Grzelcyk. Then the third line we have Derek Forbort and Kevin Shattenkirk. And then our goalie tandem is Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing Milan Lucic, Andrew Peak, and Jake DeBrusk. Over to Chicago for Taylor Hall. I know he was on Boston before, but he would be a great asset. They say no. Just need to add a draft pick, possibly just a 7th. Still say no. What if we do a 6th as well? And they accept. No, if we just do Chris Lazar and they accept. Shattenkirk. See if this will sweeten the deal. And it does. So Grzelcyk wants 4.4 for 7 years. I don't know if I would do that. A lot of guys don't really want extensions right now. Obviously, the one main guy is Jeremy Swayman, which we need to get. And it's like, Ullmark's on a good contract, so I don't really want to screw that up. By then, Linus Ullmark will be 32, so at that point we could get rid of Linus Ullmark. The one I am looking at is the one I'm on right now, Matt Grzelcyk, because, he's not on the best contract. But also say that, Taylor Hall, but meh. Or we could trade Brad Marchand at the trade deadline, see how it is then. Okay, we're at the trade deadline, and Florida's first, we're second, Toronto's third, Ottawa's fourth, Buffalo's fifth, Detroit's sixth, Tampa's seventh, and Montreal is sixth in our division. Go over to entire, we have Florida, New York, Florida, Edmonton, Carolina, us, Toronto, Vegas, Winnipeg, and Minnesota, and Vancouver. The worst teams were Chicago, San Jose, Utah, Montreal, Seattle, Calgary, Los Angeles, Dallas, Tampa, Detroit, and Nashville. Goals for per game. Worst was San Jose, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The best is Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Toronto. Goals against per game, worst is Chicago, Utah, and Nashville. Best is Carolina, New York, and Florida. Okay, so for our leading scorers, we have Brad Marchand with 94 points, David Pastrnak with 86, Pavel Zaka has 66, Charlie McAvoy has 56, Charlie Coyle has 46, Taylor Hall has 40, Hampus Lindholm has 38, Trent Frederic has 33, JVR has 29, Morgan Geekie 27, Danton Heinen 22, Ryan Poling with 18, Jasper with 17, Curtis with 15, Matt with 15, Derek with 10, Brandon with 9, Mason with 7. Then our goalies, Jeremy Swayman has a 31, 10, and 2 record, 2 shutouts, a 909, and a 265. And then Linus Allmark has a 913 and 0 record, 2 shutouts, a 906, and a 293. And now for all league scoring, we have Brad Marchand on the top, Austin Matthews with 90, then Nathan McKinnon with 88, David Pastrnak with 86, of course, Kirill Kaprizov, and McDavid both with 84. Then I had Philip Forsberg, has 83. Leon Draisaitl has 77. William Nylander, 76. And Cal Connor Arturi Panarin with 73. Then for defensemen, we have Cale Makar on top with 61. Roman Josi with 59. Adam Fox with 58. Then Charlie McCabe, or not McCabe, god dang, Charlie and Josh Morrissey with 56, then John Carlson, Brendan Montour, and Quinn Hughes with 51, and Jared Spurgeon with 39, and Miro Heiskanen with 48. And for goalies, we have Sergei Bobrovsky, the guy I hate really the most, because if you're an Oilers fan, you know, with 37 wins, Igor Shesterkin 36, then Connor Hellebuck, Thatcher Demko, and Stuart Skinner with 33, then Frederik Andersen with 32, Jeremy Swayman with 31, Joseph Woll with 29, Alexander Georgiev with 26, tied with Jake Onger and Jordan Binnington. To round out your top 10 in wins, shutouts has Andrei Vasilevsky, Connor Hellebuck with 6, and then Philip Gustafsson, Capo with, there's more, Tristan Jarry, Anderson, Skinner, Bobrovsky, Thompson, all have 5. Save percentage for starter is Logan Thompson with a 9.24, then Gustafsson with a 9.23, and then Bobrovsky with a 9.21. Goals against average for starters is Thompson with a 2.31, then Shesterkin with a 2.44, and tied with Shesterkin is Gustafsson, and then Anderson with a 2.49. And then for rookies, we have Connor Bedard with 59, Dmitry Vronkov with 45, tied with Marco Rossi, then Zach Benson and Leo Carlson with 44, Adam Fantilli with 42, Hendrick with 41, Tyson Forster with 40, Luke Evangelista with 35, tied with Logan Cooley. To round out your top 10 in rookies. Good work, but Linus Allmark for Joseph Woll, Liljegren, and Fraser Minton. See if this will do it. No, it won't. So we're going to have to add a bit. So what about a 5th and a 4th? They say they're unwilling to do it. So what if we add a 5th this year? They still say they don't want to do it. Well, if we go 2 years down the line and add a 2nd, then they accept. So for this, Jeremy Swayman wants, oh God, what just happened? I don't know. So for 7 years, he wants 10.7. I'm hoping that Swayman will do 10 million straight. And Jeremy Swayman accepts that contract. This season, so Florida got first in our division. We got second. Then Toronto's behind us, and Ottawa, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Montreal, and Buffalo. Then go to entire league. We have New York, Edmonton, Carolina, Florida, New Jersey, Winnipeg, us, Colorado, Vancouver, and Minnesota. Go to the worst. It's San Jose, Chicago, Utah, Nashville, Calgary, not Carolina, Seattle, Buffalo, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Montreal, and Dallas. Goals for per game. The worst was San Jose, Calgary, and Philadelphia. Best was Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Toronto. Then goals against per game. Worst is Nashville, Chicago, and Utah. And the best is New York, Carolina, Edmonton. So now for our team points. Brad Marchand had 115. David Pastrnak had 106. Pavel Zacha had 54. Charlie McAvoy with 73. Charlie Coyle with 59. Taylor Hall 51. Hampus Lindholm 57. Trent Frederick 40. JVR 39. Morgan Geekie 36. Ryan Pooling 28. Tied with Danton Heinen. Then Timothy Liljegren 28. How many points did he have with us? He had 4. Okay. He is a two-way defender, so sort of see it. Matt Grzelcyk with 24. Curtis with 20. Jasper with 17. Brandon with 9. And Mason with 7. And Jacob with 3. Then our goaltending stats. Jeremy Swayman had 37, 15, and 3 record, 3 shutouts, a 907, and a 274. Joseph Woll with us had a 2-1 and 2 record, 0 shutouts, a 904, and a 296. Sorry. Now the league stats: Austin Matthews has 117. Brad Marchand with 115, Kirill Kaprizov with 113, Austin Matthews with 111, Pastrnak with 106, Connor McDavid 104, Philip Forsberg with 100, Cole Caulfield with 99, Kyle Connor with 96, tied with Leon Draisaitl and Artemi Panarin. To round out your top 10 in points for goals, it's Kirill Kaprizov with 66, Ovi with 54, then Nathan McKinnon and Austin Matthews with 53, Nikita Kucherov with 51, tied with Kyle Connor, then Connor McDavid 47, Patrick Laine 43, tied with Pastrnak and Besser. For defense, we have Adam Fox with 85 points, Cale Makar 84, Roman Josi 74, John Carlson 73, tied with McAvoy. Then Morrissey with 70, Hughes with 69, Noah Dobson with 67, Heiskanen 65, and Carlson, Spurgeon both have 64 to round out your top 10 in defensemen. Now for goalies, Igor Shesterkin has 47 wins, and then Frederik Andersen and Connor Hellebuck with 43, Bobrovsky with 42, Skinner with 41, Thatcher Demko with 39, Swayman 37, then Georgiev, Jari, Liljegren all have 35 to round out your top 10 in goalies. Then shutouts is Anderson and Kappa with 7, Vasilevsky, Skinner, Hellebuck, Gustafsson, and Jari with 6. Save percentage for starter is Gustafsson with a 9.22, then Thompson with a 9.21, and then Shesterkin with a 9.18. Goals against average for starter is Thompson with a 2.42, then Shesterkin with a 2.48, and then Gustafsson with a 2.49. Then rookie skaters, we have Connor Bedard with 82 points, Marco Rossi with 63, Hendrick with 60, Dmitry Voronkov with 59, tied with Adam Fantilli, Leo Carlson and Zach Benson with 56, Tyson Forster, 51. Luke Evangelista with 47 tied with Logan Cooley. And that is top 10 in rookies. Of course, you know who we're going against. We're going against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their lines are pretty good. They have John Tavares, Austin Matthews, and William Nylander on the first. Then Mitchell Marner, Max Domi, and Tyler Bertuzzi on the second. Matthew Nyes, Shane and Kalle Järnkrok on the second. Then Bobby McCann, David Kemp, and Nicholas Robertson on the fourth. Defense, they have Morgan Riley and Jake McCabe on the first line. Then TJ Brody and Joel Edmondson with the second. And Mark Giordano and Simon Bennett on the third. Then goalies, they have Ilya Samsonov and the guy we gave them, Linus Ullmark. So we know what to do, sim 4 games and hope for the best. So we win game 1, 2-1 overtime. We lose, we win. Wow. So all the games have been close, 3 of them have been overtimes. Game 2, it was 4-3. Game 3 was 5-4 loss. And then Game 4 is a 9-8 win. Going to Game 5, we win it 4-0. Going to Game 6, and we take Toronto out in the first round, like they do basically every year. Our next team is the Florida Panthers. They have Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov, and Sam Reiner on the first line. Then Tarasenko, Sam Bennett, and Carter Verhaeghe on the second. Then Evan Rodriguez, Anton Lundell, and Kyle Okposo on the third. Then Stevens, Devland, Eetu Listerainen, and Nick Cousins on the fourth. Goaltending, they have Gustav Forsling and Brandon Montour on the first line. Then Aaron Ekblad and Oliver Ekman-Larsson on the second. Then Dmitry Kulikov and Tyson Barrie on the third. And then goalies, they have Sergei Bobrovsky and Anthony Stolarz. Well, we know what to do, sim 4 games and hope for the best. We lose, we win, and we lose. Okay. So we lost Game 1, 3-2, won Game 2, 4-2. Game 3, we won 3-2. And then Game 4, we lost 4-3. Going to Game 5, we win 4-1. Going to Game 6, we lose 6-4. Go into Game 7. Okay, first period we get a 1-0 lead. Second period, nothing. Third period, we win it 2-1 again the third round. Next, we are going against the New York Rangers. They have Artei Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and Vincent Trocheck on the first line. Then Alexis Lafreniere, Philip Hedl, and Chris Kreider on the second. Jason Zucker, Jack Roslovic, and Blake Wheeler on the third. Then Jamie Vesey, Alexander Wenberg, and Kiefer Sherwood on the fourth. Defense, they have Keandre Miller and Adam Fox on the first line. Brendan Snyder and Ryan Lindgren on the second line. Then Eric Gustafsson and Chad Redweld with the third line. And then on the goaltending has Igor Shesterkin and Jay Quick. So we know what to do, sim 4 games and hope for the best. So, okay. We go 2-2, lose game 1, 4-1, or 5-1, sorry. Win game 2, 4-3. Game 3, we win 2-1. And then game 4, we lose 6-5. Going to game 5, we win 4-2. Going to game 6, we lose it 4-2. And go into game 7. After 1, we go up 3-0. go into second period, go up 4-1, and then we win it 5-2. For our final opponent, it's the Colorado Avalanche. They have Casey Milstad, Nathan McKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen on the first line. Arturi Lehkonen, Ryan O'Reilly, and Jonathan Drouin on the second. Miles Wood, Ross Colton, and Logan O'Connor on the third. Then Brandon Duhaime, Eric Stahl, and Andrew Cogliano on the fourth. Defense, they have Devontae and Cale Makar on the first. Josh Manson and Samuel Girard on the second. And then Jack Johnson and Shane Walker on the third. And goalies, they have Alexander Georgiev and Justice Anuinen. Obviously, since this is the Stanley Cup Finals, let's sim 3 games and hope for the best. We lose, we win, we win. We lose game 1, 4-3. We win game 2, 4-2. We win game 3, 5-2. Go into game 4. We win it 4-2. Go into game 5. We go up, or we tie it 1-1. Then we go up 1. And we win the Stanley Cup in the first year. Nashville gets the first pick, then Calgary, San Jose, Chicago, Utah, Seattle, Buffalo, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Montreal, Dallas, Chicago, visa Tampa Bay, Ottawa, visa Detroit, Columbus, Ottawa, San Jose, visa Pittsburgh. Now for retired players, we have Eric Stahl retiring, Milan Lucic, Nick Bonio, Anton Stallman, Justin, Larry, Leo, and then for goalies, we only have Brian Elliott. Know our path, so let's look at Colorado's. So Colorado wins over Minnesota in 7. They win against Winnipeg in 5. They win against Edmonton in 7, and then lose to us in 5. 2029 7th. They still say no. I feel like we could do it with like 2 more 7ths, and they accept. Okay, so I have my 4th overall pick, and I'm going to pick Mathis. Hopefully he is elite low. Don't know. And he's elite low. And I just traded for Oilers' very last pick in the draft to get Joy Hobbs. He's going to be a top 4D low. And he is that. Or not Charlie Lilligren. Timothy Lilligren. I'm going to offer him 5.5 for 7 years. Hopefully he accepts. Now, Heinen, should we offer you a contract? Tad bit rich for me. Bjornquist, I mean, I could do 1.9. That would work with me. Jasper rejected. Timothy accepted. And then just a lot of AHL guys. Alright, so I offered Jasper 2.1 and he accepts. Ian says yes and Riley says yes as well. So we don't have a lot of money, but it is a stacked free agency. Patrick Kane, Brendan Montour, Toffoli, Hronek, Joe, Tarasenko, Marchessault, Stevenson, Monahan, Priest, and Teravainen. And then for goalies, nothing too much, just Talbot, Brossoit, and Stollers. For next season, our lines are going to be Zach Hyman, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak on the first, Charlie Coyle, Ryan Pooling, and Trent Frederick on the second, then Brandon Gamble, Jasper Bjornquist, and Matthew Patres on the third, and Michkov, John, and Philip or not Philip, Fabian Lissil on the fourth. Then Hampus Lindholm and Charlie on the first. Then Timothy Oligran and Thomas Harley on the second. And then Mason and Brandon Carlo on the third. Then goalies, we have Jeremy Swayman and Joseph Woll. Thank you all for watching. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. That's if you want to, not forcing you at all. I would love to see you guys in the next one, and it was really nice to have you guys watch this video. Without further ado, this is Skinner Proud out.